This is where I spent a lot of my childhood. When the tide was at its absolute lowest, that's when you found all the really fun animals. But these days, these guys here, they're not meant to be there. I think that's a New Zealand half-shell crab. They're an invader and they seem to be everywhere. Even though as kids we'd catch crabs, it was a fun pastime, but none of the other boys knew what I was talking about when I described this little crab. It was sort of like my secret little crab, because only I could find it. I couldn't find anyone else who knew what it was. If it didn't flash its brilliant blue antennae, it would just blend into the sand. And yet they seem so fragile, so vulnerable. They made me just want to care for them. I tried to take some home and keep as pets, but they died. I guess the best care for these guys is just to leave them alone. As a teen, I felt very special because I knew where to find these and no one else did. They were my secret crabs. Years later, I finally found out in books that they're called the hairy rock crab. I even found out that they were common. But if I had to give this animal a name, I think I'd call it the little velvet crab. It's got this like velvety soft fur all over these guys. Beautiful little guys. For all you drawers out there, you notice what I'm doing here is I'm sticking in lots of shade under here because it's one of the ways to make your drawings look good. Shade underneath the object. But this animal here, getting back to natural history, it's not actually a crab. It's, well, they believe that it's evolved from king crabs or something like a hermit crab. That its ancestry goes back there and it's evolved into a crab shape. I guess it's a case of convergent evolution, because it does look very crab-like, certainly is crustacean. I'll let this little guy go. I'll turn him up the right way. Such a vulnerable little guy. Just his great camouflage has made him able to survive, even with all the other invading crabs coming into this area.